Mizuki put me in an awkward position. I wasn't insensitive to her problems, but I didn't know how to help her either. I did the only possible thing at that moment. I made her swallow her pride and talk to everybody. Mizuki, stop crying. It's not the end of the world.
It is for me! I don't want to leave the town and be on bad terms with everyone.
I don't know if I can help you.
You can. They just have to see me with you, and will certainly listen to what I have to say. I want to apologize to everyone once again, especially to Tadaki.
That's easy, but be prepared for all sorts of criticism. Akiko won't spare you at all.
I'm ready for anything. I just want to regain their trust.
Okay, but on one condition.
Shoot! I'll accept everything.
You'll let me tell them why you are here.
Of course, it's the best thing to do.
Tadaki had already brought drinks to the table, and they started looking around for me. They were surprised to see me coming with Mizuki. Hey guys, look who I found.
Just leave her at the lost and found. She's not our problem anymore.
Everybody else was silent, so was Mizuki, because I advised her to keep her mouth shut. Let bygones be bygones. All that's left are bad memories. Mizuki's here to ask for your forgiveness and your help.
Us helping her? Mizuki, you must be knee-deep when you're asking us to help you.
You tell them now, Mizuki.
Let's hear it, but keep it simple. We're not in the mood for any difficult topics tonight.
That's right, Tadaki. I'm glad you understand how hard it is for me to swallow my pride and acknowledge my mistakes. I've learned my lesson. My father keeps on punishing me.
He didn't abuse you, did he? You have our support if that's the thing.
Wait a goddamn minute!
Is it true, Mizuki?
Well, partly. My father doesn't want me to go to college here anymore. I'm moving, and I'll be under constant surveillance.
What? You're an adult, Mizuki. You can stay here.
That's right. You have to confront your father.
It's another lesson to be learned. Life sucks.
Tell us, what exactly are you asking us to do? Support you? How? I'm not following.
Tadaki can pretend to be someone working at the college and talk to my dad. Tell him anything that might postpone his decision.
Let me think about it.
Are you really thinking about helping her?
I touched Akiko's hand to calm her down, and whispered to her what she wanted to hear. Akiko, if it's just a phone call, what difference does it make? As if that would actually help her.
Fair point.
Tadaki, you were too quick to make the decision to help Mizuki. Think about it. What if more lying brings you more trouble? Just saying.
Not if Goro Oshiro doesn't find out who called him.
You'll hide your caller ID.
So everyone wants Tadaki to help Mizuki?
Yes, Akiko, I think Tadaki should help Mizuki. I mean, to try helping her. Nobody can guarantee him success.
I'll agree with my girlfriend.
Thanks, hun. Tadaki, do you still want to help Mizuki?
Yes, I'll try. It's the least I can do.
Well, I won't agree with my boyfriend.
Akiko moved from Tadaki and sat next to me. Mizuki let out a sigh of relief, having heard that most of the group agreed with Tadaki. We squeezed in the booth together so we could make room for Mizuki to sit next to us. She was quiet, and her hands were folded in her lap. Akiko, with her arms crossed, wasn't looking at Mizuki, pretending she wasn't there. Akiko, behave! You look like you're ready to whoop someone's ass.
Yeah, my boyfriend's ass, because he's being a good Samaritan?
What's your problem exactly? That Tadaki is being a good guy, or that he's decided to help Mizuki? He helped me as well, remember?
That's different.
Mizuki, I'll call Mr. Oshiro, but I'll hide my caller ID. And I hope he'll answer my call. Another thing, calling someone from a private number this late at night is more than suspicious, and nobody's gonna believe us.
My father had already contacted the college management and asked for a meeting with the dean. Use that info to gain his trust.
Mizuki, you sound like a pro.
I wanted to say that as well. As if you had been lying all your life. Sorry if that was too harsh, but that's what it looks like.
If that's what it looks like, it must be true.
Tadaki signaled for us to be quiet and called Mr. Oshiro.
Yes?
Good evening. Do I have the honor of talking to Mr. Oshiro?
You know who you call. Who are you?
It's the secretary of the college your daughter, Mizuki Oshiro, goes to. I'm calling because of your meeting with the dean.
There will be no additional changes to the original plan. The meeting is tomorrow.
Yes, of course, that's clear. It's my duty to confirm you're coming here. And to check whether you agree with the obligations you have toward the college, should you decide to leave it.
What are you talking about? I don't have any obligations toward college. I graduated long ago.
Yes, understood, Mr. Oshiro. Your daughter Mizuki is the one who has obligations toward the college.
Does she have more exams to pass before the transfer?
No, it's not necessary. It's the financial aspect I'm talking, but that's something you'll have to discuss with the dean himself.
Wait a minute. Tell me, what expenses are we talking about?
A student who has decided to leave the college arbitrarily is obligated to pay the entire tuition fee for 1 year, as well as to compensate for any damage caused to another student for taking his or her place.
What? What kind of twisted rules are those? No college should blackmail their students like that.
I wasn't the one to come up with the rules. College management was.
This is preposterous. Do you have any idea who I am?
Yes, of course. I know who you are. You're Mizuki's father.
Besides that, I'm the most influential person in this entire town.
Oh, I apologize for not knowing that. We don't have that information in your daughter's files. We do have all the data about her academic performance, which is impeccable. That's why it wouldn't be a problem for you to spare a couple of $1,000, would it?
No way. I don't have to pay for any penalty points. I just want my daughter to leave the college.
You'll find out more about it tomorrow. Of course, your daughter's consent is a must. It would be nice if she could accompany you to the meeting. The money should be wired tonight for the procedure to be finished tomorrow.
You can't make me pay another dime for somebody else.
In that case, do you agree to pause the case of Mizuki Oshiro's disenrollment from college?
Yes, we have to talk about it yet.
Goro Oshido hung up in his recognizable manner. Tadaki had a smug smile on his face, and it seemed he didn't mind at all. Way to go, Tadaki. How did you manage to stay so calm and persistent?
Did you do it? Did you manage to talk my father out of the meeting with the dean?
Yes. Well, we just postponed his decision for a while.
You bought Mizuki some time. It's a pretty big deal if you ask me.
Are we done with this charade? I'm tired. Tadaki, I want you to walk me home.
That's it for tonight. Let's go, Akiko. I am completely drained as well.
Thanks, Tadaki. Thank you all. I'll find a way to make it up to you.
We said goodbyes and parted our ways. Mizuki was finally happy after a long time, and she didn't feel like she was all alone in the world. She didn't call her father's driver to take her home. She decided to take the train, like all of her friends did. Somebody approached her and sat next to her, but Mizuki didn't notice him because her thoughts were all over the place.
Excuse me, miss? Did we meet before?
No, the seat's not taken.
I was wondering whether you're just pretending not to know me, or you have some sort of amnesia?
Mizuki turned to look at the guy who was talking to her and started apologizing.
It's you! I don't know how I didn't recognize your voice. Forgive me, please. My mind is whirling.
What do you mean, Mizuki? Are you okay?
Yes, perfect. Better than ever.
It's nice to hear someone's doing great for a change. That's because you were born under a lucky star. Will you share some of your luck with me, please?
Luck had nothing to do with it. The fact I still had friends was the key.
Mizuki explained to him what the deal was and how Tadaki and I helped her.
So you're saying the four of them went together to karaoke?
Yes, but that's not the point. Didn't you hear what I said?
They didn't call me. I expected that. So you had a nice time?
I didn't go there to have a nice time. Doesn't matter. I just figured out a way to make it up to them. But it's a secret for now.
Mizuki, you often have a twisted perception of what's good and what's bad for someone. You better tell me what this is all about.
Fine. Listen to me. I want to start working on a project with the rest of the crew. I'll suggest them we start working together.
Not bad, Mizuki. If the project involves ChatLinx, you know who'd ask for help.
I know.
He winked at her and made her blush. She knew whose help she wanted the most. I came home to find my mom getting ready for bed. We talked about the events from last night, and I mentioned Mizuki's sudden decision to join us. My mom, like any other mom in the world, listened to me and didn't criticize my decisions, but she said to me in her own unique way how everything bad tended to be forgotten, and we remembered only nice things.
That's why we should make more beautiful memories. I thanked her for her supporting words, made myself a nice cup of tea, and went to my room. I'm so tired. My feet are killing me. I just want to lie down and relax. Tonight was nice, more or less. Tadaki and Agiko seemed happy together, even though they are like chalk and cheese. He'll melt that heart of hers. I played some soft music and was about to doze off. I didn't think my boyfriend would want any more attention after such a lively night. He started texting me. He misses me. It's nice to see he's thinking about me before going to bed. I don't know whether I'm capable of chatting right now. With my eyes closed, I was searching for my phone on the bed. My sleepiness didn't stop me from answering his messages. Later that day, I tried to study, but I found myself thinking about Mizuki's proposal. I was worried about the fact that we would all be together, in the same room, in enemy territory. However, good things never came from comfort zones. Akiko unexpectedly showed up at my place. She barged into my room and closed my book right in front of me.
It's time for a break. I need company.
Akiko, I wasn't expecting you. Where's the fire?
Nowhere. I just didn't feel like texting. I was taking a walk when I figured I could be at your place in half an hour. And here I am.
I'm glad you came. I also need a break from studying. Although I can't say I managed to study this morning.
Have you also been thinking about Princess Ashiro's business endeavor?
Yes, I'm anxious about all of us being together at the meeting.
It will either go smoothly or there will be no meeting at all.
The good thing, though, is that we'll get a chance to prove ourselves. It will look good in my CV.
Maybe in yours. How could I ever contribute to any business venture? Should I give you CPR when you get tired from work?
Every team needs a person like you, who doesn't let her emotions stand in the way of her judgment. You'll be there to slap us if we start fighting.
Now you're talking. That's exactly why I will dress like I mean business tomorrow.
No way.
Just watch me. You will also wear something more formal for the occasion. You can't stand out.
Alright, I'll try to change my style, even for a day. Akiko got up and opened my wardrobe. She started going through my clothes, throwing some pieces on the floor.
What is wrong with you? You used to wear this in high school.
That's my favorite t-shirt. I sleep in it. Why does it matter?
You're lying. One time I saw you go grocery shopping in it.
Maybe it was early in the morning.
Promise me that you'll dress up tomorrow.
That will happen only if you borrow me some clothes.
You're taller than me, babe. They wouldn't fit you. You have to go shopping.
Maybe I could wear my mom's suit.
You're a disgrace. Put in your best effort. I don't want us to look poor compared to the wealthy brat.
I got your point, Akiko. Akiko waved at me and left just as fast as she had shown up. The next day, I was digging through my wardrobe looking for a perfect outfit. I got upset because Akiko was right. Someone should come to my place and throw out all the old clothes that I couldn't let go of. I haven't worn this top for more than 3 years. Why do I keep holding on to these things? It's almost meeting time, and I still haven't decided what to wear. I don't want to disappoint Akiko. It feels like these clothes gave me a confidence boost. Akiko was right. Now no one will look at us as kids or as less worthy, but as their equals. Akiko came to my place a few minutes later, and she immediately noticed my new style.
You've outdone yourself this time. What a transformation!
Thanks, Akiko. You look good yourself.
Thanks! I'm glad you listened to my advice and bought new clothes for this occasion.
You were right. I feel like the world is mine.
That's the attitude.
We looked ourselves in the mirror, admiring our perfect clothing combination. We headed to a business meeting, full of confidence. Akiko and I were the first to arrive at ChatLinx, where they kindly asked us to wait for Mizuki. When other employees passed through the office, they greeted us with a smile and a nod of approval.
Wearing formal clothes for this meeting was a smart move. This way, they'll know we're here to do serious business and not to apply for the internship.
I have to admit, it feels kind of nice. Katsumi came out of one of the offices to greet us.
Hi girls, you both look stunning.
Thanks, Katsumi. We tried. Thanks for noticing.
Thank you for your compliment, Katsumi. That was my idea.
Good call. We have a very formal dress code here. Mr. Oshiro is very strict when it comes to business attire.
You stick to your style, though.
We programmers are something else. We get special treatment.
It's easy for you to say. You're a senior worker here. We're newbies, so we have to make a good first impression.
And you managed to do that. We'll start the meeting when Mizuki and Rokuro get here. I believe you're getting impatient, just as I am.
Katsumi made us coffee and took us on the office tour. He showed us his desk with a bunch of action figures on it. Even if he hadn't told us, we would have guessed it belonged to him. Mizuki was right on time, carrying her laptop.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you all agreed to meet me. I'm happy about this opportunity to work with you.
Let's hear what you're offering first.
I agree.
Sure. May we begin?
Yes, there is no need to wait any longer.
Does everyone agree? Do you have some questions for me before we start?
I do! There's 4 of us here, and that's not enough to vote. Have you noticed that someone is missing?
Oh, right. Rokuro.
Yeah, right. The moment she saw Katsumi, everyone else became irrelevant.
Oops! I completely forgot about him. Forgive me. I'm too excited.
Mizuki's cheeks went red with embarrassment. She looked down, started stuttering, and then quickly turned on the laptop to get everything set for the presentation. That was when Rokuro barged into the office.
Sorry guys, I got stuck in traffic. I missed my train.
Haha, you always come up with the same excuse.
Hello, Rokuro. You made it. That's what matters. Don't worry, we haven't started yet.
Cool, I'm ready.
I'm really happy to present my idea. I've done some research on people's behavior on social networks and concluded that everyone is hiding behind false profiles and pictures.
There's nothing bad about that. They're protecting their privacy.
Yes, but it can result in persons not knowing who they're chatting with.
Right, Akiko learned that the hard way.
Probably everyone had a similar experience.
That's indeed a huge problem. What we can do is not believe everything we read on the internet. But what happens if we fall in love with such a person? What if that person makes us believe he or she is also in love with us? And it turns out, all they wanted was revenge.
Who would do such a horrible thing?
You're so naive sometimes. People are abusing the internet in the most terrible ways.
My father has recently worked on a case regarding that matter. It's very hard to determine who's behind the keyboard.
I would introduce law amendments that would punish such persons for fraud. That's playing with someone's feelings.
We can help people facing similar problems. Our job would be to develop an app which would help identify such people on the internet. Does it sound interesting enough?
Mizuki pressed her palms against the table, looking at us enthusiastically. Katsumi and Rokuro nodded their heads. I noticed that Akiko was trying not to jump out of her chair. I knew that she liked the idea too. After exchanging meaningful looks, we yelled at the same time, "We're in!"